Gentlemen, before you leave, can I just say something? We have 6 identical companies making 6 identical products. We can say anything we want. How do you make your cigarettes?
We breed insect repellent tobacco seeds, grow it, cut it, cure it, toast it.
Well, there you go. There you go.
But everybody else's tobacco's toasted.
No, everybody else's tobacco is poisonous. Lucky Strikes is toasted.
Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. That's the line that launched 1 million employer brands. Now, I'm a huge Mad Men fan, and I think it's done more to really educate people about the power and the value and the mechanics of how marketing works. The show has really taught us things about like personas and audience segmentation and channel selection. Really, it's elevated the conversation around marketing. But in this instance, from the pilot episode, the It's Toasted moment, we're learning the wrong lesson. Employer branders love to treat the It's Toasted moment like it's some sort of magic trick, some sort of way of converting skeptical TA leaders of the power of employer brand, that it can really change perception and help people see the company in a different light. This is especially true for companies with really bad reputations, and that's unfortunate. Remember, the It's Toasted line only works because of a few core ideas. First, all the companies that they're talking about are the same. They're selling the same product. They're selling it at the same price. There's literally no differentiation whatsoever. At the same time, all the companies are completely and equally constrained by what they're allowed to say. And finally, let's be honest, this is a product that its customers are quite literally addicted to. You don't really have to do much to sell cigarettes other than say, I got a cigarette. It's Toasted is a boringly pleasant line you can only say when you don't have anything you can talk about. No values, no mission, no purpose, no customer features, no customer benefits, nothing like that. Effectively, it's the bumper sticker you slap on when you want to say something, anything. All he's doing is solving the problem of what do you say when you can't say anything? Compare that to The Carousel, an episode that happens later in that same season. In 2.5 minutes, not only does he literally make a man weep with the emotions he's imbued inside a simple technological slideshow projector, he's changed and repositioned the entire product. Suddenly, it's not just a thing you use to look at pictures, it's a time machine, a way for someone to travel backwards and forwards through the past. That's branding. Taking something that's just a list of features and offers and turning it into something with a truly unique value. That's branding. A way of taking a simple utilitarian product and turning it into something emotional, turning it into something we don't just need, we want, we desire. That's branding. Now, the way this episode is structured, it's natural to think of him as the hero. He spends the entire episode struggling with this challenge in front of him of how do you say, or what should you say, in a situation where you can't say anything, when you can't make any strong claims, when you can't talk about the benefits in any way, shape, or form. And at the end, like a magic trick, he pulls a rabbit out of a hat and says it's toasted. Again, we think he's the hero, but really he's the villain. All he's really done is come up with a boring line that quite literally means nothing, just so he can bilk the client out of millions of dollars in billings. That's not the hero. I understand that building a brand is not easy. Getting leadership, whether it's TA or executive, getting them to understand that you need to say something meaningful, you need to say something different in order to help people choose your brand over others, it's not an easy sell. Everybody wants the boringly pleasant thing to say because it's boringly pleasant. It doesn't offend anybody. They're terrified that you might say something that might alienate anybody. Look, I'm 1,000% certain that your company is not like every other company. And I would bet your CEO would agree with me. So the job of branding isn't about slapping some pretty words on things. It's about creating differentiation, unpacking and discovering what makes your company different. How is it not like every other single company offering the exact same job at the exact same salary like every bunch of cigarettes? The urge to put lipstick on a pig and call it something pleasant is real. I understand that. But it is infinitely more powerful to talk about how delicious the bacon is, even if some people don't care for pork. A brand, by its very nature, by its very design, is there to help people make a choice, to choose your brand over others. And if you give them nothing to choose, well, how do they do that? How can they choose? This isn't branding, this is blanding. In Employer Brand's case, what the brand is doing is filtering out the people you actually want to hire from the people who you don't. You use an employer brand like It's Toasted or its equivalent just to get as many applications as possible. That's not what you, and certainly not what your hiring managers actually want. They want to make it crystal clear why some people should join there, and some people shouldn't. So let's unlearn, finally, the lesson that Don Draper has inadvertently taught us, that It's Toasted is some grand idea, something we should aspire to. We need to see it for what it is, meaningless pablum that isn't going to get the job done.